Hello, students. Welcome back to part two of the house drawing using 2 points for perspective drawing. So we have two vanishing points, A and B. Yesterday we did this section of the house. Today we're going to do the second section of the house, which is this area right here. It's going to include the front porch, the garage, the door, this part of the house, and the tree. And again, if you see red lines are going to side A, and then the blue lines are going to the right side, side B. So at any point in time, if you get lost following the video, just use your eyes to follow my diagonal lines, and you will see I'm either going this way or I'm going this way. There's no other place I'm going. It's either left or right. The only time you see vertical lines are when I'm making cuts. I'm stopping the sections of the cubes and I'm drawing vertical lines. There won't be any horizontal lines in here. All right, so our front porch starts here. I'm gonna go to A, and let's do this. There's an indentation if you have observed closely. It's a little higher. It doesn't start exactly right there. So I'm going to go up just a little higher to about there, because I want this to be a little bit back, further back. And I want my porch to be about here. So let's cut there. Cut back to A, go up, and cut back to A. So we've already practiced this. Remember the steps we did in the worksheet in the previous week? I'm just doing those steps. And now I'm applying the steps that we practiced to this house. So I'm just changing it up. It's a little different from the sample here because on the computer, it was harder to do that here. So on paper, it was easier for me. And then I'm going to go to side B. Side B. Side B. And side B. And then we're just going to cut. So my front porch is probably going to be about here. And this will go to A. And then this will go up. And this will go to A. And this part will go to B. In the previous recording, I kept on moving my paper around, and I understand that was bothering some of you. You left some comments and messaged me saying, can you just keep your paper there in the middle? So that's what I'm going to do today. I have a piece of tape right here so that the paper it's not allowed to move. All right, and then we're going to draw a pole here. And I'm not going to make the pole super fancy. You can do that on your actual project. But I'm just going to draw a regular pole here and maybe another one here. So let me change this to the highlighter. Right here, we're going to draw a cube. Okay, visualize the cube. And the cube's going to go back down towards A, and then this side will go down towards B. So we're just adding a cube right there. I'm not doing anything fancy. It's nothing new. Don't get confused. I'm just drawing a cube. It's a smaller cube. we're going to take the top and we're going to go to B. And we're going to go to A. I am also going to take this side over here to side A. So we're angling it down to the left side. And where this side of the house is, so you would see this. I'm not going to draw a pole in the back here because that's the side of the house, but there's an imaginary line right there. So right where this comes, I'm going to angle that back down to B. Like so. Let's push that back a little. I'm going to push that line back. It looks better back there. So with my eraser, I'll clean that up. So that diamond shape that I just drew, you should see up into and underneath the ceiling of the front porch. So that's going to represent the ceiling of our front porch. Then from here, you can draw your roof. So I'm just going to draw a diagonal line. It's not going to A or B. I'm not using a ruler. It's just going to be a triangle like this. This goes to no vanishing points, just a regular triangle. And maybe this part of the house is further back, so it's wider. So I'm definitely going to make that a little wider. Like so. The top here is going to go to B. And this will go to B, like so. And then the rest of the house will also cut back to B. So. Let me explain this in case it's confusing for some of you. What I did here, this zigzag, right, that Z shape or line, this indentation here is just a part of the house that protrudes out from the building. It's just an extension of the roof on this side. The roof is really right here. But our front porch pops out from our house. So I extended the roof here. But there's like an invisible line, and the actual roof is way back over here. And then this line back over here is just going parallel with the diagonal slant of this line here. So if you really think about it, we have a large cube, right? We have a large cube with a smaller cube out front, like this. And then we have a cube, which is out front over here as well. So our house basically has 3 main cubes, and the triangles are located here, here, and you have this one connected up top like that. So if I was to erase all the details, the basic layout of my lines, my house required 3 cubes to create. I'm bringing this up because for your project, some of you may use more than 3 cubes. Some students before have used up to 6, 5 cubes, 7 cubes. Others have done their house with 2 cubes or 4 cubes. It varies from student to student. But the common thing with all of the students who were able to draw the house was they understood the concept of how to manipulate their cubes, how to attach them, draw them side by side, all of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. And we will draw the rest of the house here. So this will go. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's cut it over here. And we will bring the house back this way, going to B, like so. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and trace this in so that you guys can see it. Bear with me. I know this makes the video go on even longer. Just click fast forward and speed it up to the part that you need. Since I can't move the paper, I'll have to rotate and move my whole body to the angles that make me feel more comfortable drawing this. So my roof pops out a little more. I better use a ruler for this part here. And once again, our lines are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that goes B, 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 B. These lines are going to A, and this goes to B. We have our pole here. I'm just going to make it a little thicker to support the weight of the roof, because if it's too thin, it just doesn't look as convincingly real to me. Now, again, if you get lost on the steps, I just want to remind you and point out to you that for the steps, it's just a cube, okay? It's a cube. You literally have this big cube going to A, and then this side goes to B, right? So you have 2 cubes. That's the big cube, and then down here, you're just attaching a smaller cube going to B and A. So it's a big cube with a little cube. All right, so if you cut it off right here, basically it's a small cube next to a bigger cube. Big block, little block. Don't overthink that. That's how you draw steps. If you have more steps, maybe your cube is more like this. Well, let me redraw that. Maybe your cube is more going to A like this. And then you have another one and another one. And then these lines go to B. So little cube, medium-sized cube, and then the largest cube. All right, so steps, again, are just cubes. We are manipulating the lines and the cubes. Don't overthink it. Don't get confused. If you get lost, use your laser eye vision and just see, like, well, where's this diagonal line going? And you will be like, oh, he went that way to side A. Well, where are these three lines here going? And if you follow them all the way through, you're like, oh, he went to side B. Okay, so it's either A or it's either B. Don't overthink it and get confused on the steps. That's why we practice that ahead of time, so you guys wouldn't get confused. These steps are just review and refreshers. We already did them last week. Okay, I'm gonna cut the shingles for the house. So diagonal line, diagonal line, diagonal line, diagonal line, and the rest I can freehand. All right, shingles to the house. I feel this could fit one more line. There we go. All right, so that's shingles to the house. Let's zoom out. Let's draw our garage. I want the garage to be somewhere over here, so you're going to cut those off with two vertical lines. And you already know this line here is closer to us. That's why it's taller. This line is getting smaller because it's further away from us. So we're definitely going to angle towards B, this one. It wouldn't make sense to draw the garage angling back to A, because now your garage looks like it should be on this side. So for my drawing that you guys are doing with me, the garage happened to be angled towards the right side. Some students might draw the opposite, where their entrance of their house is here and their garage is over here on this side, going towards A. So it varies depending on what your house design looks like. And you can figure that out quickly, because you'll know right away, like, something's off with my garage. Let me try the other vantage point. Oh, okay, it's supposed to go that way. Okay, we're gonna do the walkway. So the walkway or sidewalk to your house is gonna go this way. And then it goes this way. The driveway also goes to A, and this one goes to A. And then right here, it'll angle back to B. Bring this one out a little more like that, and this will go to B. So we're going to continue to eyeball it until all these guys connect. Like so. So there's your driveway. This is usually where your mom has like a little garden patch. You can add that in if you want later on. I'm just keeping it super basic, but once you do your final project, that's where you get creative. You have those little house plants. If you were an Asian house, they'll probably grow like some type of bamboo tree right there or a banana tree. All their herbs and spices are out front, right? You all know what I'm talking about if you're Asian. Okay, let's add some windows here. I'm angling my garage to side B. There we go. We're all going to side B. There's my garage. I'm going to add my front door. The vertical lines are going to go up right here to the top and right about here. And the bottom is already cut to angle side B. You'll see the bottom is already going that way. So the top of the door must also go that way. I'm just adding detail right now to make my door look like more realistic. And maybe the doorknob is like right there. At this point in time, you guys can come back through. And finish off your windows. There you go. I'll do the windows on this side now. Keeping it super simple. Maybe up here I have one of those attics with a vent. And the lines here go towards A. So they're going down, down, towards A. Okay, we just need to add our tree and we are good. So this goes to B. This goes to A. And A. There we go. Let's add some trees. So let's see here. Maybe let's draw a simpler tree. Maybe you guys have some of these trees here. Tall neighbor trees. And it's just zigzags, okay? None of the lines are going to any vanishing points. It's just zigzags. And there we go. This is a good spot to end part 2 of the recording. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe.